Okay, let's do some questions, bro. We haven't done this in a while. Let's do some questions. Oh, interesting. On episode 36, this is by Wade9810. On episode 36, you answered a Twitter question about wearing sunglasses indoors and said it was terrible. Did you change your mind, or did your future just get so bright that it became a health hazard and you had to? So I understand. Future's too bright. Future's so bright. So yeah, I wear sunglasses indoors because of my future. But here's the deal, man. You can kind of do anything as long as your attitude is like, fucking fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was thinking about this the other day. If you wear Tevas or Birkenstocks or Doc Martens, like, my point is, if you wear some real corny fucking shit, okay? And if you're wearing it because you're not thinking about what you're wearing and you're just like, oh, someone gave me those or I'll wear them, or okay, cool, I'll put them on because they're convenient or they're comfortable, then you're a fucking dork. But if you legit think, whoa, Tevas are the shit, and you're like, I know they're not in fashion, but fuck y'all because I think they're the shit, then more power to you. Most guys who wear sunglasses at night or indoors, they're wearing them because they're insecure and they want to show you how cool they are. But if you actually are like, fuck y'all, I'm going to wear these indoors because I'm a fucking motherfucker, then dude, that's some serious Jeremy Renner shit. If you're wearing a long coat in the desert just because someone made you think it's a good idea, then straight up. But if you're wearing it because you think long coats are the shit and short coats can go suck dicks, then honestly, so there's no mind changing babies. Now, that doesn't mean that daddy doesn't change his mind. No, daddy changes his mind, because changing your mind is all about growth, and the world changes, so you have to. When people are like, fuck change, that's crazy to me. For life to continue to rip, you have to keep changing. We grow. Every cell in your body wasn't in your body about 10 years ago. They're all new cells. And I think that that's true, probably because Neil Brennan told me. So, anyway, yeah, that's some real shit. Is there another question? Thanks for your question, Wade9810. Austin Burns, at Austin Dolphins. Crystalia, thoughts on fantasy football? I mean, Sir wants me to fucking be favorable about it because his name is Dolphins, isn't it? Bro, my brother does fantasy baseball and shit. And look, we know, obviously, there is absolutely nothing dorkier than fantasy football. Everybody knows it's all good and it's fine. And it's fine. It's all good. Now, is fantasy football dorky? Yes. Is it all good? Yeah. Don't do fantasy football and think it's not dorky. You know what? I'm a fucking dork. If you're doing fantasy football, you're basically the guy saying, well, I just think it's interesting because the original comics that Wolverine had, he had a different outfit on. And whatever, if they're going to update it, it's fine, but still stick true to the thing, but they're not really doing that, and that's fine. Basically, that's what you're doing. If you're like, oh, shit, dude, Tim Salmon's fucking got some shit, so now I'm fucking, my shit is... My fucking team's on top because Tim Salmon. You're basically saying, look, I just think it's funny that the Juggernaut, could go through walls, and it's like, obviously he could be stopped, but Nightcrawler, all he needs to do is take care of business, and he's not doing that. That's basically what you're doing. Is you're saying, oh, dude, I just think it's funny that fucking, Todd Zeal, obviously fucking, he could do a little bit better, but he's not because of the injury, and it sucks because he's on my fucking fantasy team. No. Oh, yeah, Todd Zeal's on my fantasy team. No, he's not, dude. Todd Zeal's on the Cardinals, and that's it. Now, do I know new players? No. Isn't Molina a player? The shortstop guy? Molina's killing it because he's my shortstop. He's on my fantasy team. No, he's not. He's only on St. Louis. He's only on the Cardinals. Molina's not on your team. You know why? Because Molina's not on your team, number one, and Molina's on St. Louis, number two, and number three. You don't have a team. You dork. So fantasy football, take a hike. My brother will go like, bro, oh, my fantasy team's killing it. And I go, really? That doesn't fucking matter. And he laughs because he knows, dork. You know, how about the dorkiest shit about the fantasy football are the names that people use for their fucking teams. It's like, that's the only thing worse than band names, like Sparkle Horse, you know? Yeah. What is this shit? People say, people come at me and they say, oh, you don't have, where are the first, they say, hey, Chris Lee, are you holding the first 41 episodes of Congrats Pod hostage? How am I supposed to be true if I don't have access to all the baby things? Dude, they're up there. Look for them. They're all available, bro. Use Google. What am I, your fucking grandma? It's Google. Anyway, dude. What else? Any other questions? One Fire says this one's funny, so if it's not. Congratulations, Pod. This is by Jixie24, Baby Squirrel. Okay. Obviously, you know what's coming. Change it. Oh, wow. Okay, Stagecoach. New lineup again? Didn't they just fucking do Stagecoach? I swear every 2 weeks there's a new lineup for fucking Stagecoach. Okay, let's see. Click on it. Now, get the Stagecoach. You know what pisses me off? The Stagecoach font. It looks like some old lady shit. That font that they use is a font. The Stagecoach font that they use, the official Stagecoach font, that you always see the word Stagecoach in, is so the font that a store would use, that my mom would walk by and fucking window shop at. Oh, I like the you see that you should get that for your girlfriend. That's what my mom would do. You should get that. You should get that for your aunt right there. She likes those kinds of things, and Christmas is coming up. These are the people, California's country music festival. Dude, every 2 weeks is Stagecoach. Every 2 weeks. I already did this, but I guess it's funny. Thomas Rhett, Brett Young, Dustin Lynch. I can't believe these people's fucking names, man. I mean, as Netherlandish as the Netherlandish names are, the Stagecoach names are the Stagecoach names. I mean, the guy's goddamn name is Eric Church. Sacrilegious. Eric Church, Tim Pugh, and Josh fucking Pastor. And fucking Brian Lord Lover. And Tim Hanginoncross. Tim Hanginoncross. Hey, what's up? I'm Tim Hanginoncross. Come on down to Stagecoach, where we guarantee we use the font that Chris's mom will fucking stop at a store and window shop. Thomas Rhett, Brett Young, Dustin Lynch. Come on down to Stagecoach, where everyone's way too wide. Come on down to Stagecoach, where everyone's name is too wide. All right, we got Thomas Rhett here in the house. Brett Young, Dustin Lynch, Billy Ray Cyrus, Morgan Wallen, Lil Nas X. The only guy who doesn't have a white name is the only guy who's not wide. Anyway, we got Mitchell Tenpenny, Nikki Lane, of course, Ray Lane, One Word, of course, Hardy, of course, Pam Tillis, Ingrid Andress, the last Bandoleros, which is somehow fucking whiter, even though it sounds Mexican. Sabor! And then we have Willie Jones and Whitney Rose. I can't believe these names, dude. Carrie Underwood, of course. Dan plus Shay, Midland, ZZ Top, Low Cash, Teddy Ross, Courtney Marie Andrews, Peyton Smith. The guys in the littlest font are the best. I mean, dude, the Hayden triplets. Oh, my fuck. The Hayden triplets, dude, so white. The whitest shit. First of all, it's so white to be triplets. You know what I mean? Like, if you have fucking two more of you next to you, that's the whitest shit ever. Wow. Wow. I don't know what else to fucking even say about that. How about the fuck that the guy? Do you ever see the picture? I gotta tweet this picture. Why are there so many pictures of Vladimir Putin chilling so hard? You Google Vladimir Putin, you'll see him just like on a rock, looking like it's his library. Dude, he couldn't be sitting more like he's in libraries everywhere he goes. He's chilling. Even when he's sitting on a horse, he's just literally has a look of like, I have a library at my house. These pictures are unreal. What else do we got? Pictures? No, of remember you questions? That's it. Do we have no misconnections or whatever? Whatever, bro. It's all good. Let me look at my fucking texts and see who's got what. Let me see who's texting me on my fucking thing here. Guy writes, hey, can I send you a shirt and a beanie? Man, I don't know. I'm writing. I don't really like beanies that much. And every time, I'm texting this guy back, time someone sends me a shirt, it seems like it would fit only a child. I gotta keep it real, man. There you go, Aiden. Just texted you back. Dude, I gotta keep it real. I can't front. There's this weird thing that's going on in comedy. It's like, it's this thing where like people want to like because the left is being so pussified that these comedians want to fucking quote unquote tell it like it is, and that's becoming really increasingly annoying. Like any reaction to something that's so drastic is also annoying. So like there's this thing where it's like some comedians are really good at it, like Bill Burr, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle. They do the telling it like it is it meets the funniness. But some comedians are like, bro, I just got to keep it real and tell it like it is. And they do it so hard that they're not being funny as well. Like, that should never be the forefront. I've been thinking about this, man. So many comedians are trying to tell it like it is that it isn't being funny. And then there's enough people in the world that will like you no matter what if you have some sort of fan base, because there's fucking 7 billion people out there, that some people will just be like, hey, man, props to you for keeping it real. No, not props to that person for keeping it real. Stop keeping it real. Be funny. I don't want to keep it real, even though, you know, Daddy's got to keep it real. Because he's the Tupac of comedy. I ain't got no... But really, be funny. That's why I always say we're down for a silly goose time, and that's it, man. I don't want you to mistake me for one of those motherfuckers that's always telling it like it is. Bro, keep in mind, always underlying, I ain't got no motherfucker. So I fucked your bitch, you fat. But also, on stage, silly goose time shit, you gotta mix the fucking I ain't got no mother with the, because if you just have the I ain't got no mother, then you won't have enough. But what we're really looking for is I ain't got no mother, so I fucked your bitch, you fat mother. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? For a hearing aid, for an audio aid, does that make sense to you? It's not enough to just keep it real, be funny.